No. Hello, guys. Sorry about that. That was abrupt. What I meant to do was something different. You know what today is? Why, it's Complications Day on Thursday. Just that time of year where we celebrate everything that could go wrong, and it does. And so we're celebrating quite a bit. What I wanted to show was this.
Then we get to see how much I've grayed over the last few years.
Kind of a cavalcade of Ian Lemke's. Here you are, friend. Good to see you. I'm glad that you joined us today.
Good to see you.
We've got some stuff to talk about now. And Ian, you may not have known this, but Duke kind of jumps on every once in a while as kind of our community emissary, sort of our good pal, our buddy, our friend.
Yep.
And somebody who's just really fun to hang out with. So he'll pop on every once in a blue to hang out with us. The other thing that we're working on a very special project that's part of the ThursdAGE thing, and it is basically what we're doing is all I wanted was a battle map. I just wanted to create a battle map. I thought that would be fun, and I had just purchased a bunch of brushes for photo jerks. What is it called? Photoshops. And was talking to Duke. I thought, hey, let's get on and make a battle map. Well, and now it's turned into an entire universe. It's basically this. The idea is that there's a dragon that's crashed into a planet. The dragon is massive. It's huge. It's so huge that it just caused devastation on this planet. And there they decided, they being the people that were on the planet before the dragon crashed, decided to move in to the dragon. They're thinking the dragon's dead. So you got a capital city in the mouth and a capital city on its back. Its back is so high that it's icy spires and things. And what could go wrong?
Nothing will ever go wrong.
Now we've been
also won't wake up for sure.
No, right? And here's the other funny thing. Spoilers for folks who don't know. But we've been working on this for a few months maybe. And the secret that we were hiding from everyone that we're going to reveal later in the stream is that the idea is that these folks are, these humans are kind of propagating and prospering on atop and inside the maw of the dragon. And they think that they are using magic and spells and stuff to keep the dragon asleep. But the dragon's actually using magic to keep them within close proximity, to the degree that it's even spawned these little caretakers that take care of all their needs and anticipates any problems that they might have, because they're essentially dinner.
Well, when he wakes up, eventually.
When he wakes up, yeah, he's basically setting up his snack for later.
He's like an anglerfish.
Yeah, he is like an anglerfish. So welcome to ThursdAGE. Super stoked to be able to kind of talk about all the good stuff that we've got planned. Give us a general update on sort of the status of things, and if you want to throw in some stuff about anything that you might be working on related to the adventure game engine, because that's why we call it ThursdAGE.
Sure. Yeah. My bouncing head is distracting.
It's very pretty.
Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Ian here. I probably most of you have heard from me recently anyway, but I'm here to talk to you in person. Yay. Yay. Yes, I've been working on the Expanse Transport Union Edition and its supplements for oh my god, that is so distracting.
I wish there was. There's nothing to be done about it. It's so strange.
That's fine. I'll live. It's just,
love it.
but anyway, the core rulebook is in great shape and is being proofed currently, I believe. And you should be seeing that the PDF of that. I know about time. I've been trying. I can only do so much. I'm just a developer.
That's right.
Yep. All of the other books have been written entirely in their entirety. Everything is written. There's
that's exciting.
They're all edited. We just have to go through all the rest of the processes to get them out. But they're coming along. And you should see. I'm pretty sure the PDF of the Expanse Transport Union Edition is going to be available on. The PDF will be available before Christmas, or definitely by the end of the year. I have some news from Jonesy as well about Roll20 stuff. In that the age character sheet on Roll20 now works for the Expanse.
Excellent.
So that's super exciting. I know I'm super excited about that personally because I use Roll20 when I'm running games, and having an actual real working character sheet will be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then probably the next time you all see me run something, we might even get to see them.
Nice.
And what else did Jonesy tell me? I'm sorry, I'm completely blanking out. What did he say? The Expanse quick start for Roll20 should be out by the end of the year as well. So
great. Well, it's so funny you say end of the year, and I'm like, well, that's not right around the corner, but frankly,
that's right around the corner.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
It's like looming already there.
I'm still coming to terms with the fact that it's December 11th. That is just.
Yeah, December started and just is already almost half gone.
I know. It's crazy. Okay, well,
that's very exciting. If people have questions about what we've done and why and all that, I'm happy to answer any of those as best I can today.
I like that. What have you done and why? That's great. I'm checking out the chat right now.
Yep, I see one.
There is a question about the people wanting to get a game with you.
That they have to go through you for that, don't they?
They do. I'm the.
I was just about to say, go through Troy.
The bouncing, rolling, but there is a pending event coming.
Yes.
Where you're going to be the GM for a particular.
Do we have a date for that yet?
We don't, but we should talk about it anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a winner of the.
For the one-page adventure jam. I'm very excited to run that too. I don't think we've set a date yet. There's been, I'll be honest, there's been chaos in my life and and everywhere else. So we're running a little bit behind on that. But I'll be running that, and I'm always up for running a game of the Expanse or something else even. So Fantasy Age, whatever.
Well, one of the things too that I wanted to ask you about, and I know your plate has been over full, but one of the things that we do on Thursday evenings, and it doesn't have to be tonight, but we do office hours with me. It's called Get Tanked with Troy, and it happens at the Atomic Think Tank, and it's literally a Zoom hangout, and you just share and talk and have some fun and we have it. Yeah, it's a joy. It's truly a joy. It's all friendly folks, funny folks. All the troublemakers are there, and we just end up having just a blast.
You'll have to come into that then.
You'll have to join us at some point. You are certainly welcome.
Yes. I just saw one that I want to answer real quick. The PDF came out for backers. The PDF came out for backers. The backers got shipped the PDF, but it hadn't been proofed yet. All that sort of stuff. It will be available for sale for those of you who had, that's the thing. I imagine most of you on here probably backed it. So, yes, you probably already have the PDF, but for anyone who didn't, or, if you want to tell your friends or whatever, it will be available soon.
And by soon,
imminent.
We thought we would be talking about that or talking about the distribution of it today. So it could be as soon as tomorrow, even.
I didn't say anything. It could be the beginning of next week, but I'm not. I didn't say that. So.
No, you won't be held to it. And we're all friends here. We can tell a little secret, whatever.
Well, I don't know that for fact. I don't want to give it. My background is terrible.
It's okay. You can just tell lies. It's fine.
That's what I do.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's definitely
that's what we do as writers, right? I mean, we tell lies all day long. That's all. I do
really fun lies. I mean, and we actively encourage others to do the same.
No, but I am really always down to run games. Seriously, Troy. If there's groups or whatever, that streaming groups or whatever that want to do something, I'm always.
Absolutely, you are, and you've done a lot of that, and folks love it, and I think that's what a fun. Maybe we do something before the end of the year. Just schedule something fun. Just do a live stream where would you rather do the Expanse or would you like to do Cthulhu Awakens? Which one?
Ooh, let's do the Expanse. I haven't actually run an Expanse game other than the one-page adventure jams much online.
Yeah. Well, so we've got that coming for sure, but I wonder if we want to. Is there, I hate to put you on the spot. I mean, we can talk about this off channel. I mean, you're not hooked up to the internet. But we could plan something and do sort of an end of the year age event.
Sure. Let me think on that. The only reason I say that is because Cthulhu Awakens, it usually takes me a little more prep time. Like for a good Cthulhu Awakens story, I need time for it to percolate and put it together to make it work.
Get its tentacles around your brain, right?
Yeah, I'm not immersed in Cthulhu Awakens every day.
But let's do the Expanse.
I'm immersed in it every day. But I might be able to do something else. I'm not saying I can't. I just have to think. I have to see is there an inspiration there to go.
I can do that. I think the Expanse is fine. I think it's a fine idea. Dragon Age, Shadowcat. I think what we might do is talk to Chris about that.
Yeah, that would be that. I
that would be cool.
Have never run a Dragon Age game, so I would feel really. I could do Blue Rose. I could do Blue Rose.
You could do Blue Rose. Yeah, you really could. Maybe what we do is a series of fun.
I'll do it.
Trying to think towards the end of the year. We've got not a whole lot of days left. But maybe after
start a once a month game with Ian,
I think so. Honestly, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think we should sit down and really talk about it. And as you can see, and if you as you click around the internet, you will also find people are very excited about they're still, for as long as Blue Rose has been around, people love it and they want to see some stuff. Yeah.
I absolutely fell in love. It was the first thing I ever wrote for Green Ronin was actually Blue Rose stuff.
What was the title? What was the book that you worked on?
It was the big adventure book, the first one.
Okay, gotcha. So it wasn't the Mount of the Mount to the Mount book.
Yeah, to the Mount or what? Yeah, Mount the Mount to the Mount. Yes, that was.
That's great. Abquintic says, "How about Seals of Satan game?"
I don't know it, but sure, I'll run it.
I'm not gonna run it. Sure. Why not? I like that. What about a big Expanse Cthulhu Awakens Blue Rose crossover adventure?
I could totally do an Expanse Cthulhu Awakens crossover, no problem whatsoever, or a Cthulhu Awakens Blue Rose crossover.
Cthulhu Blue
gets a little weird. But I would do a Cthulhu Awakens with either of them. I think I've mentioned this here before. I'm notorious for any game that I've ever run. There's always at least one Cthulhu adventure.
Yeah.
Adventure.
I could see that. You come through the gate and find a planet that is like underdeveloped, and that suddenly you're there. You're crashing there. You're in the Blue Rose world, and then some cosmic horror occurs that followed you there.
Yeah.
Michael and Chad talks about there needing to be more crossovers overall, and I would like to see a crossover of Cthulhu Awakens and Star Trek.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I've done that. I've done that multiple times actually.
So it's
that'd be
Evil Q.
fun.
I've done that for every group that I've ever run Star Trek for, which is multiple.
I sent a quick start on Roll20. I could send Troy the link. Sure, send away. But yeah. So Ian, without committing to actually doing one every month, let's think about the with in the next couple weeks. I mean, like we're just hurling right into actually hurling full body.
I'm a little nervous. Holidays gets a little
crazy. So let's do this. Let's do this right. There's no need to rush. No need to make this more difficult. Let's look at the latter part of January.
That's totally fine.
Because honestly, I feel like February is kind of a month. Like, what happens?
My birthday month.
What's that?
Your birthday month.
All right, that's the only thing I've heard to date, and I'm not a young man that redeems February. So we're gonna change it to January.
Well, I'm born in January, so I and even in the latter half, so I'm not opposed.
I'm born in December.
Oh boy!
I know.
Back for about a decade, I ran a Cthulhu game on for my birthday every year. That was sort of my birthday.
Oh, fun!
So
that's a great birthday present to yourself. Cosmic horror crossed with romantic fantasy. What would you call that? Romantic scream.
Romantic scream. Good start.
Horror fantasy.
Oh,
nice. Michael and Chat's birthday is in February too. Yeah. Okay, well maybe February ain't the garbage month I've always thought it was.
And mine's my birthday. It's not as bad as being your Christmas, but it's the day after Valentine's Day. Which, if you're dating someone new, it just means you don't have a birthday essentially.
Oh, because you don't want to put all the pressure on them, right?
Well, no, it's because you got Valentine's Day, and then you're not going to go out again the next.
That's what I mean. Right? Yeah, because you don't want to put pressure on your beloved. Yeah. I get it.
That was always a hassle.
I get it. So let's talk about some Transport Union Edition stuff. Now, you basically said, I believe you said it was in proofing.
Yeah, we're proofing it in-house right now.
Yeah. Let's talk about what proofing means. Like, what's the process that what are we squeezing it through? What kind of crank are we turning? Are we, it's like I picture sort of an old laundry room that worked on cranks and sort of wheels and all that. Yeah.
I mean there's a rack for every typo that's found. My arm gets but what was I going brain? But yeah, the proofing is basically the final process after it's been edited, it's been laid out, it's there. Yeah. And proofing is to go through and just look for anything left, any dangling bits. It could be, art misplaced or typos or whatever, just finding, going through and really making sure the book's in good shape. And I want to thank the community. When we released the PDF, we got a lot of really useful, stupid stuff that was still not addressed or whatever. They got, we found it and fixed it and made some, I think, were good improvements as well. And there'll still be more to come because, we're still doing that this weekend. So,
yeah,
but I really thank you to everyone who pitched in.
And after 25 years, is it 25? Are we somewhere at 25? Yeah, 25 years of doing this. One of the things that we've learned is that there will always be a typo.
Oh yeah,
that just
always be a PHXX.
Yeah, there's just absolutely zero way around it. I'm trying to find a less. Is that it? Oh, I think so. Good. All right. Sorry, I'm swapping out our overlays. So I'm going to share a screen, and what we have is maybe folks. I don't believe have people seen this system. Will this be their first time seeing some of this art, or is it in the PDF, or like what?
I believe this stuff's all in the PDF, but I'd be happy to talk about some of it anyway. Just
yeah. Why not?
Doing the art notes is actually one. Well, it's simultaneously one of frustrating because there's so much to do. There's so much art to do, but coming up with the art notes is one of the more fun things about development. Thanks to Hal, particularly our producer, he lets me have a lot of input, and he says we should have something here, and I figure out what matches that section of the book, and sometimes I'll say, well, can we put it on this other page because but basically that's how it sort of works.
And that's what this piece of art is based on. That's Ian standing behind the chair, and that in the chair is Hal, and you're pointing at, hey, can we move this piece of art from that screen to this screen?
Well, it's our characters, but yeah.
No,
that is, and going through the book, I like each piece as much as possible to tell a story, because my idea of good art for a role-playing game book is art that inspires the game masters or the players for that matter. The poor Duke got
I guess I'm okay. I'm okay. It's two Ians
sure?
now.
It's two Ians. One's looking at you very perplexed, and the other one is telling a good story.
I both players, this one would be good for both, right? Because you got sort of different kind of characters here, and I just wanted to give a good feel on what the inside of a ship looks like, and that sort of thing. And that's really all that is. It's nothing
just
super
like a
exciting.
slice of life moment.
Just a little slice of life, but that's my approach to art. I think it is most people's approach to game art, but I have seen some game books. I'm like, what? It doesn't even inform me anything about the world.
It strikes me that is. I mean, I could imagine that being one of the funnest moments where you are able to kind of say, you get to determine what a slice of life means, like what goes on your average day on the ship, which. Just that in itself, it's so remarkable to just kind of take a minute and put yourself there, which is, frankly, that's what we're doing for a living.
And we didn't have a lot of good pilot shots, people actually, in the midst of running a ship. We have a lot of the more fun shots to do of a ship are the crew hanging out and doing things on the ship, or maybe repairing something, or because they can be a little more action oriented. This is a little slower. It's just, probably the commander over a recruit there and, pointing something out.
I like it. I really do. All right, let's look at the next one. Okay.
This is our new and real design, our design for the Rossi and for the Corvette class.
Nice.
I was never thrilled with the original version of it.
How come?
It didn't match the description of the book to me too much.
Yeah.
And we couldn't make it obviously what the show was, which the show did a fantastic job of matching the description from the book. So kind of had to come up with our own version that matched the description of the books.
Right.
Which
legally distinct.
Perfect depiction of it. And now we got to come up with something that's a little bit different,
It's a great action shot. And what I love about this is that the artist really went out of their way to sort of, it's like a story of how the ship gets around. What it's doing to move in space is pretty awesome.
I particularly like the. Oh yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I particularly like the play with the yellow shots and the blue trails, like the contrast of those two. That just fits super well and makes it popping.
There's also
love
something
that.
really interesting and dimensional about the flat beam and how it's playing in space, and you just sort of think what would that look like, that plasma? I mean, it's really breathtaking. Now, so that little, you see that little, can you see my, you can't see my mouse.
This trail.
That's a torpedo.
Oh, okay. Something just shot out of the,
they just shot a torpedo out.
Now, what kind of noises would it make in space as it was doing that?
Zero. Unless you were inside the torpedo.
Yes.
If you were inside the torpedo, you'd hear it.
Oh, which we are, yeah.
If you're wearing a suit and are attached to the ship, then you will hear the vibrations, obviously. But Otherwise, it's going to be rough.
I only bring that up because there's going to be somebody that'll get furious about it, and I love it.
Obviously.
Because in the show, you could hear spaceships all over the place. They were all kinds of making noises.
Although they were a bit subdued, I think, in the show. That you always knew, okay, there's supposed to be less sound, but we can't make no sound because weird. And so they
and that's the running community joke, is that there should be no sound, but there is for reasons. But I love this, and it's great.
You are gonna hear the PDCs fire, and I think that's what they try to reflect with the show, is sort of what you're feeling inside the ship. If
absolutely.
If they haven't invented everything, but I mean, because those are big guns, even though they're the smaller guns.
There's a vibrational thing going on when an engine's running, and you'll feel that inside.
When it's firing like that, you're going to feel a little vibration. You're going to hear something.
Concussive stuff, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so let's do this. I love this. Now, as far as scale goes, am I looking at something that I could walk around in, or is this what's going on here? What is this?
They're basically just supposed to be agricultural domes on a.
Gotcha. But they're big enough that people are walking around inside and tending to them, or are they
exactly?
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, people would be, I'm just trying to figure out what I mean, think of those as basically trees probably in there.
Yeah. Okay.
For these, so.
I would figure I would figure that the little posts on the side of this track between the domes, like these little light posts that are there, it's about probably about the size of a person, like the light part.
Yep,
that's kind of what about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe that you're looking at sort of connective bridges. I love this. I love to kind of think too, in a world, and I'm certain the artists did this as well. Just because how could you not? But just to envision, if you're the architect, you're the you've got your plans, and you're building these greenhouse or hydroponic whatever. The placement of these, like, are they kind of built this way because of they're taking advantage of the sun or the atmosphere or
the sun in this case? I mean actually, I don't think it's specified. I don't remember. Is it specified in the book which world these are on? I'm trying to remember. This is the one I was a little vague on. I don't remember.
I think it's called Troy, Sylvania.
Troy, Sylvania. Because if it's on if it's on one of the worlds beyond the rings, the gravity might be Earth similar. But and I'll admit, I mean, some of these images are probably not exactly what this kind of thing would really look like. Okay, but there's a little artistic license that's taken as well.
Of course, yeah, you got.
And there are some times when I get we get something back, and my first reaction is like, oh, it shouldn't look like that, but it looks cool.
Yeah,
it was my second thought.
And it's not breaking canon to the degree that you're like, I'm sorry, this is. But I mean, like, someone could conceivably architect a thing like this in the world of the Expanse.
Gravy Bird. I don't think this was actually supposed to be Mars, because I would have nixed, because there really aren't supposed to be a lot of domes on Mars. I just don't remember what world this was supposed to be from the book.
And with the thick atmosphere, maybe it's. I mean,
maybe
it's not Venus, because
it could be any of the worlds. Beyond
even sort of the little bumpy stuff, the little kind of bumps and kind of sort of spikes and jagged things. I think it's Uranus.
Funny.
But isn't Uranus very blue?
I don't know. I've not seen Uranus, so okay. Well, look at it. Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
so nice,
awesome.
This. I want a poster of this one. Honestly.
Yes. I mean, that's incredible.
I mean, it's Medina Station, but.
And the size of these ships, we're talking, they're the skyscrapers. So
yes,
Medina Station is massive. Yeah, massive. That thing is really big. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of these on here are recognizable, actually, even from the books. I mean, most of them are are freighters, which are probably like 100 meters long, so they're not the biggest ships, but still,
but sizable.
It's sort of, it gives the scale and the busy and just how busy Medina Station's supposed to be during this period, during the transport union era that we're in, I just absolutely love that.
I do too. I really do. And just the holding pattern that they're in. And it's another one of those sort of fantastical day in the life of, like, this is a pretty mundane situation, but fantastic in its, in what it represents and sort of in scale and in just general sort of, there's a lot of people doing stuff here. Yeah. So in this picture, imagining that these are all full or some empty, or are they all full? Would you say?
What, the ships?
Yeah.
I mean, it probably depends whether they're coming or going or what they're doing. Some are going to be transferring goods. Some of them are going to be filling up. So, I mean, it's going to be all different, just like any depot,
What would you say as far as the density of humanity that would be living in this, in this one picture, this frame? Are we looking at 1 million people?
I hate you, Troy.
I know. Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's an actual. The thing is, there's an actual number of how many people are in Medina Station, and I just don't keep those things in my head.
I don't want to sound like it.
Now we have to figure that out.
I love that. I'm curious because I think it also gives you a sense of grandioseness, if that's a grandiosity.
Yes.
And of just the human ambition and what does a world look like or feel like, or does if you're running an adventure in this space and there are that many people on here, is that? What's that vibe? Is it busy? Does it feel like, could I correlate it to a busy New York street during, rush hour or something? Is it?
I mean, it's going to depend where on Medina you are. I guess there's approximately 4,000 people there. So with all the other stuff going on, you're probably looking at, consider ships all the way around. You're looking at, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000.
What? Okay. So where at the time of the Transport Union Edition, Michael in chat asks, where is Medina Station Park?
Medina's it's in the slow zone.
Okay.
It's in the slow zone. It's the hub. It's the station hub between
all of the
everything
stuff,
between everything. If you're coming from, and remember, it takes a while to get from a planet to the gates. So it's sort of the everybody, most people, even if they don't need to stop, probably stop just to get off their ship for a little bit rather than going on to the next planet. So it gets everybody coming through there. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And there might even be other business to tend to, you got to stop there as just because it is the hub. And
right. A lot of people will bring things there and unload it, and then somebody else buys it and ships it somewhere else. It just depends what your business is.
Well, what a fun notion. Yeah.
And is the place, I mean, I see Medina as sort of being like the spot for adventures, to take place, because, or at least start a lot of it, because everything goes through there, and you have access to everywhere as well.
It's a hub city. Yeah, it's yeah.
So you have the void cities now too. So and they're the same size and roughly the same they're the same size and shape. So roughly. So you've got several of those running around. You got several Medinas running around.
I like that. So the reason I kind of interrogate the question a bit, or this space, is that I really want to see what. I'm trying to sort of in my own mind make comparative analyses and sort of get the vibe of it, and sort of knowing that it's going to be different than anything I've ever experienced, but maybe similar to a thing,
It's water deep. It's in D&D. It's it's the hub. It's where it's where all the action takes place.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But there is a distinct difference between a hub that you find in a fantasy adventure, sort of in what did you call it? B&B?
D&D?
DMB?
We're not allowed to say that word.
I'm not
you
familiar.
meant hub in D&D. I think.
Indeed.
In D&D, that other game.
Yeah. I think I've heard it about it vaguely. I'm not really sure, but the idea of like just imagining what high tech, sort of industrial, but also I'm imagining there's some stuff that goes on here that's political and sort of diplomatic.
That is the beauty of it, because you have everything there. You're going to have representatives of every, you probably have representatives from every colony. You're going to have religious representatives. The station itself, by the time, in the middle of the transport union era, you're going to have parts of it that are at that point old and it got damaged back before and aren't being used and are,
like abandoned, places in there.
Yeah, all kinds of places that aren't
very
interesting
aren't used
anymore. And then you're going to have bright new built stuff that's the cutting edge technologies, and you have the souk, which is the huge market area of selling everything you could possibly imagine in made by humanity.
No, and that to me is really fascinating, because I think that the art is always so evocative, and I do like to just spend a minute and think about, like, okay, what is the smell? What is the walking down a hall, and the idea that there is this sort of space of decrepit, sort of like they'll get to it when they get to it in their plans. And I could also see people who are here for a long term basis, whether they work or the whatever, they advocating for destroy this area or cut it loose or improve the space and what that might look like. So fun.
You could run a ground level politics game on Medina. That you never left the station, and we're just dealing with station stuff. I mean, like a security team on Medina would be
certainly.
Like at least
solving a murder case or something,
or a neighborhood watch, a community sort of upheaval about something, or even like it would be interesting to see what like something as sort of basic as a haunting or and what that could be and how much fun you could have. Like is it science? Is it something? Is it and
investigating the sabotage of sublevel 16 that it has been flooded or something.
That's right.
That's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, the image I reminds me so much of these like 70s, 80s retro sci-fi Mobius vibe.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic. I love that. It's really, really cool. I also want this as a poster. Please.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, so one of the things that's we definitely want to do that, or things like that. But anything that kind of moves outside of the realm of a gameplay tool or item is unfortunately not part of the license. Or needs to go through a rigorous approval. Yeah, but that's right. Dang it. Bad Boys, Cops, Medina Station.
God, you could just totally have a lot of fun.
You really could. And I really do like the idea of kind of looking at sort of what we would see today as sort of the a genre, like, I'm pulling this out of my creative place, but the Real Housewives of whatever. And then put that in Medina Station and see what would happen. Like, I mean, just so fun.
There are certainly sports teams. I mean, on Medina, and probably multiples. That there are. I mean, people do. From the novels, they do like paragliding because it's the drum with the bar in the center that's basically the sun. They take advantage of the Coriolis and basically fly up and you can do all kinds of crazy. Is that what it's called?
Amazing.
Paragliding stunts. So there's so many cool possibilities. Babylon 5. I mean, Medina is more or less, if anybody's seen Babylon 5, that's
really, thank you, Morgan. That is a very interesting because I really loved Babylon 5. It was very evocative. There's some, bizarre stuff or whatever, but it does give you such a good notion of what the vibe would be like of these sort of, going to these outposts and traders and,
A good example if you could run an entire campaign just on the station.
I like that. And then there's just the culture of a migrating it feels to me like it would be sort of an evolution of trucker culture, like something you're always, it's not just one person, driving the ship, if that's what you call it, piloting the ship, but
I mean, you got all kinds of folks like congregating there, or be it from Mars or from Earth or from the belt, and that also living there long enough creates its own culture. So it's going to be very.
If you're just on the long haul, you're moving stuff back and forth, and that's what you do in like one of these ships here. Like what's that life like? Anyway, so sorry, I've belabored the life of a deep space trucker long enough. Let's go to the next image.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Ooh.
That's your proto-molecule beast there. Your that's the Caliban, Project Caliban creature that was created.
Right.
Using the proto-molecule, and that is supposed to be likely an image of the Marines facing the Project Caliban creature on Ganymede. Sorry, blanked out for a second there.
Michael in chat says, I'm looking at the fandom wiki space lot lizards. I didn't even think gross. Michael in chat says, I'm looking at the fandom wiki page and it's 2 kilometers long and 0.5 kilometer in diameter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Awesome. Shadowcat asks about what did you think of the road home? Is that the theme song for that Star Trek show that I could never watch because I couldn't stand the theme song?
No.
It was a long.
Why did you make me remember that?
From there to here.
I truly have never watched that show because I cannot get past the intro.
I liked. I am the only person I know that actually didn't hate that song. It was it's kind of catchy.
I have the power to just turn your camera right off.
It's used for a thing. I don't know. Yeah, but
horrifying song, the worst.
It was the only time I'd be embarrassed watching Star Trek, in front of people who didn't watch Star Trek.
Same, and I love Star Trek. I couldn't get through it. Every time I'd turn on, I would just it's sort of. I have a bit of the misophonia. Misophonia. That's where mouth noises and stuff makes me furious for some reason, and it doesn't always impact me. But that song, every time I hear it, I want to call someone in Hollywood and be like, "Give me their name."
How dare!
Very dare. All right, so you've got your proto-molecule beast who is saying, "Hi, buddy." I do want to say that the guy in the behind here, this guy, he's fire.
Yeah.
How did this creature get did he just hover over there silently and then he was like, haha?
Oh, he leaps. He likely coming down from quite high.
And this guy, he's like, what's that noise? Is it over there? Not saying that his friend is about to get the hugging of a life,
probably just the wind.
It's very fast. If you've ever read the book, the whole thing happens so fast they don't even know what's happening. Almost. I mean, it just
makes sense. That makes sense. So this is just like this millisecond of whatever. Yeah. And what are the spires here with the sort of hexagonal or whatever that is?
Boy, you do this to me every time, don't you? I have no idea what those are. They're cool looking, and the artist put them in, and I didn't complain about them.
They're very cool. So
I would say they're like solar powered, water collectors or whatever. Who cares?
Sure.
They scan the area for radiation and anomalous energies, and so that people don't walk into a fart storm on the face of whatever planet this is, and then die. It's just not a detector of monsters that have claws and teeth that move at the speed of whatever. Okay, So let's check out the next one. Oh, what's that?
That's an Ian.
That's an Ian. Lovely. So that's. Let me make sure that was.
Yeah,
that.
the funny thing is that's a crossover.
It's a crossover.
That's a crossover picture in a sense, because
someone's crossing over to the other side.
Was taken. Well, no, but the picture was taken on board the Enterprise.
Oh, there you go.
If you look at the background, it's the engineering stuff in the background. I'm actually wearing a science officer shirt in that picture.
I like it. That is funny. You really were, yeah. Right
no, it was actually on board the Enterprise, except for the Enterprise. Yeah.
I had to crop it just nicely, perfectly, so that we could. But it looks so cool. Such a great. The expression is just classic.
Oh, we had so much fun.
You are in the picture. You are.
The pictures of my wife are far better. She was.
You both look great. Yeah.
And there was another guy that looked a lot like me who was also wearing a science officer uniform, and we did a shot on the transporter pad that was both of us.
Oh, did the music start playing?
Nice.
And you guys have your arms up.
Well, like we were cloned. We were the clone. Yeah, we'd been cloned. I was like,
Okay.
I love it. I think that'd be fun if we did clone you. Is that something we can do?
No one wants that.
You don't think so?
I mean, if you put the thing back here, then we have another Ian.
Yeah, there you go. Like you did before.
Stop screen sharing. Awesome. So we are near, as I like to say, the close of the program, and but before we do that, I wanted to. What are some other things that folks can kind of you got in the Ian Lemke cinematic universe? There's a lot of things. You've got a lot of creative endeavors happening. Give me just hum a few bars of what folks could see from you, or projects that you're working on. Or
sure, I actually want to mention one more Expanse thing that I
yes,
please do. I can't go into details yet because I want to make sure it's. I want to because I want to make sure it's like ready to go before we like fully get into it. Yeah. But I am working on a little side project for the Expanse role-playing game that I think that GMs in particular will like, especially GMs who don't have a lot of time, but also do want to create their own stuff, but need some stuff to bounce off of. I am pumping out some stuff that I think will be the people will like, and it's also can be easily available. So that's all I'm going to say on that. But it's coming soon.
That speaks to me.
And we'll be fine. Well, I know, but say basically, it's along the lines of the one-page adventure jam. Okay, similar kind of thing I'm putting together.
We'll call it codename awesome. Lil Expanse.
Little Expanse, where you don't get all the details and all the stats and everything, but here's a bunch of things. That a taste. More details to come.
Yeah, more details to come.
So my personal project, Nevermore, has been through my life chaos.
But
I opted to actually send it off to. I'm actually having it laid out. I was going to try and do the layout, but that involved me learning layout too. And I did do a full run on it, but I still had to go back and fix it and everything. And I decided it was best just to get someone else to do it. So it is in the capable hands of Sigil Entertainment Group, who are a group of awesome people, and I worked with them on the Talisman role-playing game back in the day. But so that the PDF, the first PDF, I got the first half of the book back from him. I should be getting the second half very soon, and then I will. Then it'll get proofed, and then it will be available. And I will be sending the PDF out to backers, and then hopefully very soon after that, it'll get printed. So
lovely.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I also. This is a. Everyone finish your backer surveys for the Blue Rose backer kit. You're talking about the Romantasy Blue Rose stuff over on backer kit, and that was fantastic. But also, one of the things that I like about me is that I'm filled to the brim with Christmas magic
Oh
or
no.
holiday magic, so that a little bit of everybody inside me. And well, anyway, what I'm talking about is holiday magic gift cards that you can pick up in the Green Ronin online store. That QR
Woo.
code made just for you. This is the true definition of holiday magic. It's where you take $35 and you buy a gift card and it turns into $50. No lie. I mean, you are actually printing money. I think you should invest all your life savings, pick up some $35 gift cards and turn them into $50 gift cards. I mean, you're making more money than you can shake a stick at. And if you want to really get into it, $70 turns into $100. So this is how it works. You go to the store and you spend $70 dollars or whatever commensurate amount of coin of your particular realm, and then we turn it into we add some money to it, and then you can, from within the store, you can put in an email address and it will give the gift card to that person. And
I was going to ask that.
It's awesome.
Yep.
It's incredible. I mean, so basically we're paying you to give them a gift. So
more bang for your Christmas bucks.
A lot, yeah. So many bangs.
So many bangs. It's like, if $1 were a bang, that's that's like 30 bangs.
I like it.
I do too.
We all want them.
Too. What was that? You look speechless.
I'm not sure what I said.
Here's the other thing. These don't expire until you do.
Nice.
And even then, but here's the thing. It also helps us out a great deal. It is really, not to make it all about us, but your support in that way is fantastic, and we appreciate it. It's been quite a year of, of great wins, and also just protracted legal nonsense and all of that stuff. And I don't want to put it on too thick, because everybody's been incredibly supportive of us throughout all of this, to the degree that we are very, very moved. And want to thank everybody for their support, and also encourage you to check out other things that'll be in the store. We are winding up some new products that haven't yet to hit, but they will. And if you're a Mutants and Masterminds fan, like stuff like the Johnny Rocket socks, I mean, that's pretty rad. And if you know Johnny Rocket, then you know that he's fast. He runs fast. We're also exploring some particular kinds of undergarments. We have, like, for instance, we were doing the Cthulhu Awakens boxer briefs.
Nice.
Yeah. And we haven't seen the art for that. I am curious how we're going to represent Cthulhu.
With tentacles and all, or?
Tentacles. Yeah, I think that there will be some tentacles involved.
I am totally buying that.
Right? I mean, screw the stocking. Just send it over my way. So anyway, friends, if you are looking for a good gift for somebody and you want to give them the gift of Green Ronin. And speaking of which, giving gifts, do me a favor, friends, when you are hanging out wherever you're at right now, and let's see, where do we got people? We got people hanging out over on Facebook. We got people hanging out over on Twitch. We've got people hanging out, of course, on the YouTubes. Do me a favor and like the stream. Make a comment on the other chat, because there's the live chat and then there's the chat that kind of hangs out under the video. Click that share button and send the link to someone you love and say, today, friend, I give you the gift of Ian Lemke. And they're gonna it's gonna be, Ian's the kind of gift that fits everybody. I mean, it's a real a comfortable friend, a good pal, someone who is, a friend of the friendless, a home to the homeless.
He's slowly backing away from the creepy man.
Trying to do the Homer Simpson thing, but it failed.
Right.
Fading into the hedge.
It's all of that nonsense. Basically, what I'm saying is, make sure you're subscribed and give us all the hearts. If it's a thumbs up, give us that. Whatever their measure of excellence is at its highest rating, bequeath that upon us. And it tells the algorithm that you love us, and it will also say, hey, other people should love this too, and share it with other folks on our behalf. So do that, and then what was that?
I was going to say, sadly, the world is an algorithm, and algorithms, unfortunately, are just vital to any endeavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Sad, but true. Yes,
absolutely. What's that song? The world is an algorithm.
Exactly. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Speaking of misphonia.
My singing is a delight, like an angle from
yes,
God.
Of course.
Hey, Duke, thank you for hanging out with us today. Always a delight to have you
Thank you so much. I have one thing.
Please, what do you got?
We forgot. You should look into your DMs on Discord because you got a thing there that you might want to show.
I saw it. I'm gonna pass on showing it for now. It is lovely.
I'm looking at my DMs, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, not your DMs, sir.
No, I thought he said to look in my.
I think he said look in your DMs. I'll
the other DMs.
Let me. Where is
other DMs?
I'll show it. I'll show it because it's why not? I mean, what could? Let's see. Hold please. Hold please. There we go. The community made you a new. You have the same expression on as you're doing that. A gift from Devious. You do look like you are like somehow been caught or trapped by the logo.
I generally look like that, though. I've been told I always look like I've been startled.
Yeah, you look kind of startled, or like maybe you're some kind of a tortoise, and that's your shell, and you're going, "Hey, now leave me alone."
It's
awesome. Thank you, Devious, for that. A lovely gift to Ian this fall.
Whenever at a con and you're there, come by the booth. I want to thank you personally.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. All right, guys. Well, so we are at the end of the program. Anything else that you would like to share before I roll into the rest of the promo of what's happening? Feeling good?
I'm good.
Have we extinguished all of our details and info?
I think so.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: the mic isn't far away. So if you should remember a thing, we do this every Thursday. Nearly every Thursday. Now listen. I want to thank everybody for being patient. Last week was a bit of a trial for me. It is the first time that I had ever experienced what I discovered was kidney stones.
Mm-hmm.
It was, let me just say, it was remarkable. It was exquisite, the pain. It is like nothing I've ever felt, and it leaves a memory. It was so painful that it made me nauseous. And but I have. Let me just say, I've come through the other side. In a white hot, painful sort of moment, and I've never felt better. There's nothing more sort of narcotic than the absence of the pain that you've been carrying with you for a week. Not being able to sleep, not being able to eat, not being able to just breaking out into this flop sweats for no reason in the midst of having a conversation with a room full of people. I mean, it's bizarre, but I thank everybody for being patient, and as I now I'm on the mend, and so we get to do today, and that means also we get to do stuff. There's the Atomic Think Tank, and the Atomic Think Tank it's like a community hub for you to come and join other people, like-minded folks who love things like freedom, or what else, peace on earth, fellow friend, all kinds of good stuff. It is absolutely the place to go to learn more about what's going on with the Age system, Adventure Game Engine. You've got people who are working on the Age Creators Alliance. You've got people who are doing homebrew stuff. You've got people who are doing, maybe you like some of the other titles as well, like Mutants Masterminds, or what else? Anything, really. I mean, you're going to find it in the Atomic Think Tank. Now, tonight, every Thursday, we do a little event that I like to call It's Missing.
Getting Tanked with Troy.
Getting Tanked with Troy. In the tank, you join us, and it's basically office hours. Now, I've been doing it for some time now, and I will tell you that it never fails to be a delight, entertaining, fun. We've had industry folks pop in, like Stan, to regale us with stories of the past, and we've had, you name it, we've talked about it. Really amazing plans come out of it. People, plot and scheme about community stuff. Again, it's just a really remarkable time, and you're invited to come hang out. I know I talked about it earlier. There it is. Thank you, Troy. There we go. Nearly every Thursday night, but that'll start in about a half hour. I might be just a smidge late because the span of time between this show and that event is when I get to eat something.
Tiny.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a sliver, but it's tonight. It's fun. You got to join us. Have a good time. And of course, we don't want to forget, hang out in the grad. That is Ronin Atomic Assembly Discord. It's fun. There's a lot of great things going on there. A wonderful community. You may remember the grad at one point was like an entirely community-run endeavor. And while we retain many of the talented folks that are helping us with grad, we've changed it up, and it's kind of our new home. And we've nuked any other Discord that might have been around.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that, Bruno.
All I'm saying, friends, is that it's a lovely time on the internet to be a Green Runinian, and if that's you, come and hang out. Ask questions. Developers are hanging out, both in the grad and on the Atomic Think Tank. And if you're so inclined, join tonight. You can hang out and lurk. You can ask questions. Whatever it is, you can do that on our Zoom, which happens in about a half hour.
There's a tiny security measure on the grad and also on the Atomic Think Tank. Yeah.
Yes.
But exactly. Anyone should be able, with either their brains or a little bit of Google foo to answer these questions. So we keep most of the let's say scammy folk out of
and bots and all
places.
The miscreants and ne'er-do-wells. Absolutely. And thank you, Duke, for all of that. Once again, Ian, thank you so much for joining us. What a fun conversation that we've had, and we look forward to, once we've got a little few more things to share about the Transport Union Edition, bringing you back and digging in a little deeper. Chat, you are, as always, a delight and a treat.
Yes.
Some real fine pals, and we hope to see many of you tonight at Getting Tanked with Troy, where I might actually just be celebratory, hammered out of my skull for the fact that my kidney stone appears to be gone. But yeah, all right. Folks, thank you, everybody. We will be back on Monday for Mutants and Masterminds Monday, and that's all I got. Have a great rest of your week, and we will we'll see you. And a fine weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.